In this video, we are going to discuss, what is a phishing? So phishing is a method of, or a phishing is a cyber attack in which the attacker sending a fraud emails to the victims and then trick the users with the name of a trustworthy entity and then gain or steals the sensitive information from the users, and that sensitive information can be used for many other bad intentions. So for example, here in this case, so there is the attacker, and whose intention is bad, and he's sitting in internet, and now this guy was sending a a message fraud a message, and this fraud message coming from a trustworthy entity. So trustworthy entity means it is coming from some trusted companies like a banking sector or anything. So the user who is sitting, so whoever been targeted here will receive this email, that a fraudulent email received by this user computer. So the email was landed here, okay, and this person read that, and then what he will do in the second stage, he will, I mean, click the link, and after clicking the link, so that uh, the personal information. So what he thinks that, okay, this is coming from trusted entity, and asking for some personal details like a banking sector. So he will share that personal or a sensitive details to the attacker. Okay, so in simple terms, the phishing is tricking the user by sending a fraud messages with the name of trustworthy entity. So for example, I have a one scenario where there is a Bob. The name of the victim's name is a Bob. Okay, and so there is the attacker whose who is a whose name is Alex, as an example. So now the attacker creates a fraud an email. Okay, that a fraud email is something which is belongs to which looks like a coming from HDFC, which is a he created an email with the name of HDFC Bank, and the email content says that, hey, Bob, this email belongs to you, and I'm writing here to I need some details from you that so I need your some of the bank details and other date of birth and other government ID proof and kind of banking accounts, passwords. They may ask the Bob, and also it says that if you're not sharing within a certain duration, so your HDFC bank account will be shut down. So here the attacker creating a sense of urgency. Okay, so that is where, so what Bob thinks that the email appears to be coming from the HDFC, but he doesn't look further. He doesn't look exactly what is his email, where it is coming from. He never look. So he's only looking at the content, saying the information. Also, it is a creating a sense of urgency. Also, kind of panic situation is creating by saying that your account will be suspended if you do not share the details. So okay, then the Bob will be like, okay, I will share that sensitive information. So he will be sending that sensitive information like a username, credit card number or debit card number or any other details. So that is where he being compromised. So his personal details has been, his sensitive information has been theft by the attacker. Okay, or any other net banking credentials, username and password. So these sort of details will be stolen by by sending a fraud email with the name of trustworthy. Okay, so if you take an example, so this is a, if it is a, this is like a personal, like a one particular person whose target is the one particular person who's banking kind of things. But if you are working for a company, and if you are working for a security analyst, you may receive, the people who is working for the company may receive so many emails, right? So for example, so the attacker intention is one of the company, and this company have many people working. So now the has sent attacker sends an email to this all the multiple peoples. The email also appears to be coming from the something like a HR. Okay, XYZ HR. Okay, so here A, B, C are the users, and the email was landed to all these users mailbox. Okay, so and the email was something, it is coming from the HR of the XYZ company, HR of the XYZ company. And what the HR, what the email says, hey, I need your some of your details, your employee ID, or your other some of the important, or I need some your project related information, please send me that entire your clients details and the client architecture or client things. So and so so it is asking now what is it, some confidential information. So now what this guy will think that okay, this is coming from HR. Okay, and some name, let's say the person who is working in HR department has um, like Ram. So and the email also coming from Ram, but this guy never looked the entire email and everything. So he just look at the content. Okay, then he will send some confidential related information to the attacker. So the confidential information will be given by this person. So this is how. Or in other cases, what happens is the attacker sends an email. Okay, as a HR, the email contains some attachments. Okay, so and asking to, hey, I've sent your your pay slip of a January month. Okay, please open and please see your pay slip. Okay, he will think that hey, this is coming from the HR of my company and asking to open the my what is that, pay slip. So then what do you think? You will immediately open the attachment. So after opening the attachment, so the malware will be downloaded into the system. Okay, so this is how, once the malware comes into the system, so he will steal all the sensitive information present in the user's computer. Okay, so that is how he will steal the sensitive information of the organizations. Also he will spread the entire this infection to all the computers in the company. So whatever the company, so let's say here this is how the attacker, he will be he will be downloaded the malware in this system via phishing email by one of a user click the attachment with the name of payslip. So now this infection go to the other system, and this infection go to the other system. So like that, the malware will spread the entire network and steals the information. So this creates a huge damage to the company. So the same thing was explained here as well. So what is the phishing? Is a type of cyber attack which is in here the attacker misquadrates as a trustworthy entity to deceive the individuals into revealing the sensitive informations like a credit card informations like login credentials. So mostly the phishing happens through instant messages, emails, and phone calls mostly. And the typical phishing involves sending a fraud messages to a reputable. So it says that it is coming from the trusted people and or a well-known company. So that is where the attacker tricks you to share the sensitive information. Okay. So these messages, the email messages appears to be how urgent request. You need to send it right away. Otherwise, something harmful activity or something wrong will happen. So that is how it creates a sense of urgency or kind of urgency will create. So and yeah, so that's about the phishing. And the next session we are going to talk about a brief what is email and what is the types of what are the different types of phishing emails we will study in the upcoming